Welcome to Shorts Beyond Measure, where fashion, interiors, and psychology get the stylish, savvy, and slightly therapeutic touch.
We're Tara West, Caroline Baltz, and Allison Goldberg, a fashion stylist and two interior designers who are also trained as psychotherapists.
So let's get into what's trending, what's tired, and what's actually worth your time. Because good style and good decisions should never be short-lived.
Good morning, ladies. Caroline, hello.
Hi, hi.
We have our favorite Allison back in the house.
I'm back, bitches.
Thank God. Woo.
Woo, Dave, isn't it great that Allison's back?
Oh, I haven't met her yet. I hear she's nice, though. So, yes, welcome back, Allison. We're delighted to hear.
About Allison. Nice.
Allison, how are you feeling?
I'm getting there. Still dealing with some stuff, but yeah.
She looks amazing,
I know.
doesn't she?
Well, I lost 6 pounds, so
I'll have what you're having.
Silver linings.
Okay, and then really quickly, Caroline's son graduated high school. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's super exciting. My
Thank
son
you.
graduated 8th grade, which I'm so freaking scared for high school.
And my kids are off at sleepaway camp, so I'm probably going to have the best summer.
You'll have the most sex for sure.
Let's hope so.
All right, so today, what are we talking about, Caroline?
Today, we're talking about under the radar brands. It came out of a conversation that I had with somebody about our podcast. And they were like, I really want to know, like, you guys have to tell me the good stuff, you know, like what brands do you go to that nobody would know about or that, you know, are underrated? So I thought that would be a fun one for us to kick around.
So who would like to start?
I know, I'm feeling the pressure. So underrated brands, when you're talking about that, like, is it just things that people haven't heard of or?
Yeah, things that don't get the recognition. You know, like I was thinking about in our world for design, everybody knows Serena and Lily, right? Like, and everybody tries to copy exactly. Like they open up the magazine, they buy the bed, they buy the sheets, they buy the pillows, they like just replicate that. And it's so done, you know? So like I was thinking a brand that's sort of preppy, sort of fun like that is like a Katie Ritter. Who I love her fabrics. They're so fun and fresh and bold, but like have that kind of preppy coastal kind of feel, at least some of them.
You know what else is kind of like that is your favorite brand? I'm surprised you didn't bring it up. Is that Oomph Home?
Love Oomph.
Yes.
Yes. And I would say to describe Oomph, Tara, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's this company out of Connecticut. And they do like tables that are lacquered with these huge kind of like bulbous legs. And that's kind of their signature. So they'll have that in a candelabra. They'll have it in sconces. We've done it for different lighting purposes. A really, really fun, bold, fresh, preppy, crisp kind of look.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah, it's fun.
So what do you know some brands or do you want to throw some brands out there to our audience?
I would say another one is Dutton Brown, where they go, a lot of lighting and stuff, but you can actually have them match your paint color, which makes a huge difference. So like if you want to, it's more modern, but if you want a like more modern light fixture and you want it to match your walls or something, you're doing something completely tonal, you can send them a paint chip and they'll paint the light that color.
That's amazing. How do you guys find these newer brands? Is it because when you are like taking on a new project, maybe you discover something or are you introduced to it in a certain way?
It can just be in our travels or like going to the design center. You know, they're always obviously bringing in new brands to, especially some of the like more conglomerate showrooms there that have multiple brands underneath them. Like Martin Group has a whole slew of brands. They have Tebow. They have Scalamandre. They have a bunch of really but Scalamandre would be the opposite of what we're talking about. Scalamandre is a classic brand. You've seen the zebras jumping, you know, that's iconic. So they'll have, you know, iconic brands and then also fresher, newer ones.
Do your clients often come to you and say, I've seen this brand or something to that effect, and can we replicate it lower cost?
Yes, all the time. And so we have a carpenter and we have people that can do custom work. And when we use, not the big well-known builders or whatever, you can really get the cost down if you go custom with a smaller company.
And we did that in a dining room many years ago, actually. She wanted the oomph type table, but she needed just a little side table for her family heirloom silver set. And so we had a carpenter make it, lacquer it, and then it was exactly the dimensions she needed. And so it probably ended up being somewhat cheaper. We didn't do it necessarily for the cost effectiveness of it, but it was perfect for what she needed.
That's amazing. I know a lot of times, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this with clothing or something to that effect, a bag, a shoe. You love it so much, but you don't want to pay the price. And so you can go to somebody who can make it custom, maybe not a shoe and a bag so much, but definitely, I have a lot of clients who want a Chanel something, but they don't want to pay the Chanel price. So they would really let somebody make it for them and replicate it so it looks like a Chanel.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I was just reading yesterday that House of Chanel. Have you heard of what they're doing?
Oh, yes.
They have a whole vintage. They'll buy back your pieces and then fresh them. Yes. I think that's so cool.
You know who else does that is Louboutin. They will take your shoes and refurbish the bottom. So you know how the red wears off really easily, especially in New England when we are wearing and tearing.
Yes.
If you bring them in, they will replenish them, which I think is really cool.
That's and then it's good for them. Their brand looks good, right?
Absolutely.
Wait, do they resell it or they fix it for
Chanel.
you?
The Chanel is like basically they're owning the vintage market. Rather than putting it out to other people, they're like, okay, we'll buy back that bag, we'll buy back that suit, and then we'll refresh it. We'll, like if there's some frayed areas to they just.
And then one of us could go and buy it.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah. I did read about that.
I have a Chanel bag. This is a little off topic, but it's about me, so let's continue it. I have a Chanel bag and the strap actually broke. It's really old. It's probably like 10, 15 years old, but do I bring it back to Chanel or can I bring it somewhere?
You can. I would start at Chanel
Yeah.
and then go to the guy in Woburn because do you know
The shoe
him?
place?
Yeah, because he is literally the only person in New England from all around that can only do Chanel chains.
Oh,
It's actually the leather on the
He
chain
can
that
do that too.
Are you talking about Pelham shoes? Which
No,
place?
I'm talking about. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. I need it. Woburn Shoe Repair.
A Woburn Shoe Repair. Okay.
Because a lot of my clients who are petite, and you might experience this, Caroline, is sometimes the chain is way too long where it's where it hits you perfect, Allison. It would hit us much lower.
Perfectly perfect in every way.
Especially for Chanel. And so he's the only one in New England that can actually fix a Chanel bag or chain.
Oh, good to know.
It's good to know. So I am personally obsessed with Australian brands right now.
Okay.
They have, I don't know what
Zimmerman.
it is. Zimmerman. There's Ash. There's Dish. You guys know Dish. It's like super inexpensive clothes that look expensive. You wear that. They're very summery. And they have like a wide leg linen pant that might be $100 that I've had for 4 years.
Wow.
The only thing I've ever had to get fixed is the zipper, just because I fluctuate weight. And I go to the bathroom a lot.
Get the
And so a lot of use. So, but anytime I see something I love, like in New York, they're like, it's from Australian brand.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful.
See, that's a good tip.
Speaking of going to the bathroom, you guys want to hear a funny story?
Oh, Jesus.
I always stay on topic. So yesterday, David and I drove to Newport for the day and hung out. And, I've had my kidney infection, whatever. And I was told, like, don't hold your urine. But we're driving back and we're in traffic. And I'm like, have to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, what do I do? And he's like, we'll be off the exit in like 10 minutes. I'm like, no, I can't hold my urine. I'm not supposed to. I don't want this to get worse, blah, blah, blah. So I peed in the cup in the car.
Oh.
Just like a child.
He was appalled. But I have to say, I did a really good job. I didn't get it anywhere.
That's impressive. And the car was moving?
Yeah, very slowly. I mean, we were in like standstill traffic. Caroline, why do you look
I'm just
so
wondering
perplexed?
about the ergonomics of this. Like, did you crawl in the back seat? And like, what did
I
you do?
went kind of on the chair like this. Steve, this is for you.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. She's kneeling. She's kneeling and show. Oh, she squatted.
Papa
she
squat.
squatted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had one foot on the ground because it was in his Porsche.
I hope you had it.
I know. He was He's
not
not happy.
You are peeing in my Porsche.
Yeah.
That's actually a song. Peeing in my Porsche. That could. Tell me you had a napkin.
I did not have a napkin. I actually said, do you have a napkin? He was like, no, why would I have a napkin? I'm like, I don't know. I have this kind of stuff because I drive the kids around, right?
Meanwhile, the semi-automatic truck driver on the
Whatever.
right.
Maybe he'll let us in and we can get around the traffic because he got a little show.
I've done a lot of things in a car, but I never peed in a car.
That was my first time. Luckily, I had brought this huge Starbucks mug, like travel mug with me. So it actually was perfect. And because of the kidney infection, I've peed in so many cups these past month or so that I'm actually a pro now.
Oh, but sample cups. Like you don't pee in like.
Yeah, at the doctor's office, I pee in the sample
She's saying
cup.
her aim has gotten amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talking about things
gosh.
about happening in a car, my daughter made out in the car last night.
Oh my God, she's going to kill you.
She's
going to
pass on her mono. What
She's
the
not
hell?
listening. Oh no, this is my older daughter.
Who did she make out with?
Oh, he's so cute. This guy that she had been, I think he's kind of working it. He's been working it since January. So he wanted some summer loving.
Yeah.
I think that's what I told her. And I looked out and he is so cute. And he's standing by the car. He was going to come up. I mean, he's 19. So it's not like he's going to come up to he doesn't know us.
Wait, you watched them make out?
No, I watched him pick her
It's
up.
like a porn. What's that called? Like cuckold or something?
Oh my God. No, I watched him pick her up.
I'm back.
And he stood by the door
We
and then
missed you.
she walked down and he gave her a hug and then he opened the door and I was like, oh, that's a good 19-year-old.
Oh,
Raised
sweet.
right.
Nice.
I like that. We have gotten so off topic.
Yeah.
I know. So one other way that I find under the radar brands when I'm not peeing in cups is doom scrolling. The Instagram just like hears me say like, oh, I'm looking for a really lightweight white button down or whatever. And all of a sudden it comes up on my feed. So I have discovered some crappy brands and some good brands, but from doom scrolling.
Yeah, I think that there are so many. I get inspired by Instagram influencers all the time. And I love to, there was a men's brand that I wanted to tell you guys about. Caroline, you go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about a brand that comes up on my Instagram a lot because I bought a shirt from her. But Sarah Alexandra, her shirts are so good.
Oh, does she have
Jeanette's
the
friend.
collars
Yes.
that like
Yes.
stand up? Those are so cute.
They're so cute. I have a dress. I have a shirt. My friend Jeanette Sue is friends with her, and she did a trunk show at her house many years ago, and that's how I heard of her. And like sometimes those trunk shows really expose you to
Absolutely.
the fun, like under the radar brands.
There's this really cool brand called Fugazi in New York, and they are a men's, like very hip. In fact, women could wear the clothing too. It's so cool, so street style. Nothing you would ever find here in Boston, which I think is fun.
Dave,
So-
are you paying attention? We just gave you a cheat sheet on how to not look like the way you show up every year.
Wait, I'm so excited.
I'm still working on how to pee in a cup. It's actually easier for us, I guess. So
Yeah.
Dave,
Check.
I actually wanted to ask you this.
Mhm.
I don't know how you feel about it, but what if you and I went shopping one day and we kind of
Yeah.
filmed it and made like a little episode
Ooh.
of, now listen, there's no obligation to purchase. This is what I always say to my clients. I do
Mhm.
not own the store. I don't own the clothing. But what if, because we had talked about your style last time, what if we went one day for a couple hours and shopped and you let me kind of just show you some
But
styles?
I have to be able to come.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming
Same.
to.
I'm in on that
Yes.
one.
This is going to be so much fun.
So
It's
fun.
a yes, Dave. Thanks
Okay.
Thanks for replying.
let me think. I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. Excited about the idea. Undoubtedly, I'll come out of it looking much sharper. But slightly insulted because you make fun of my fashion every time I'm in here, which is why I've gone totally minimalistic. I'm wearing a black T-shirt today. Did
Now
I
we
screw
can
this
fo-
up too?
No,
you don't have
now we
deodorant
can
stains
focus
on
on
it.
something else to make fun of you about.
That fantastic idea. I'm in. Once I have had a friend of mine had a business like coaching people on their wardrobes, so I hired her once, and I gotta say it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
I like looking good.
We're
I
going
just-
to film this.
All right.
You know, this is going on social. So
Great. I think I
You
just
guys-
agreed to
It's
pay
gonna-
pay for like a $10,000 shoot.
It's going to go on America's
Great.
Funniest Home Videos.
well, let's end on that note. You guys stay tuned because we're taking Dave shopping.
Woo!
That's it for this week's shortlist. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, share it, leave a review, or let us know what's on your short list.
Shorts beyond measure, because the most important things in life can't be quantified.